Let's hear from the applicant. Oh wait, before we begin, I want to explain how this hearing will proceed. First, the applicant and all of its consultants, attorneys, and representatives will describe the project and give the rationale for the requested zoning relief. Again, all pretty routine stuff. Second, we have decided to deal with all of the requested zoning relief at once. Third, each person in attendance will have 30 seconds to address the commission, and I will reserve the right to cut off anyone who I feel is restating a point already made. Oh, and there will be none of this nonsense about cross-examination. Fourth, the commissioners will have the right at any time to question the applicant or its consultants, attorneys, and representatives, provided that those comments are limited to the facts and testimony provided. However, commissioners may cross-examine members of the public in attendance to see if they have ulterior motives for opposing this application. We must filter out all of the nonsense we have been reading about in the biased, fake news local paper. Fifth, I will try to summarize the commissioners' comments, though ideally, I'd like to send this to the Board of Trustees for their meeting next week. So let's try to open and finish up tonight. This project only has a chance with the current board. Once that new board gets in, who knows? But it doesn't look good. Didn't they run on a platform specifically opposed to this project? Something about it being ill-conceived? What do they know anyway? Oh, and it's 7:58. I'd like to be done by 9 p.m. I need to catch the last Bachelor in Paradise.
Well done, Commissioner. You really laid it out there. Okay, so as Greg said previously, there's a lot to unpack there. That whole dialogue, of course, is a due process nightmare. How many problems did you see with anything that was said there? I mean, anyone want to volunteer what they're concerned about?
Who imposes time limits on speaking during public hearings? Anybody? Show of hands. Public hearings?
Do they have to be consistent? If you do you have to impose them at every meeting?
So that's a really good, question. Generally, you can have a standard time. We wouldn't suggest anything less than 3 minutes. But in the context of a public hearing, it's tricky because you got to make sure you're giving the person enough time to address all of the concerns. So it's a little bit harder in the public hearing context. At your city council meetings, they might have that 3-minute limit and it can be hard and fast. But at a public hearing, it's different. So putting that 30 seconds is actually an exaggeration of what came out of the Claren decision in 2001. When Lyle convened that public hearing, they convened it for one night where they were going to deal with the annexation and the zoning issue in one meeting, and not only conduct the public hearing before the zoning board and the plan commission, which at the time in Lyle were two separate bodies, but the board of trustees were meeting with them.